I think the most important is the habit of reflecting. So in MBA, I think the most surprising thing I learned was there's so many reflection.
On yourself?
Yes, self-inspection as well. There's group sessions, there's one-on-one session with coaches to really analyze what you like, what you dislike, what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you need improvement on. And I think actively reflecting on yourself is a really big lesson I learned from an MBA.
Oh, so... Okay, guys, we're here again to start a short Q&A session. So, say hi to, again, our special guest, Un. Say hi to our subscribers. And thank you for sharing your experience of MBA. So I have several questions that my subscribers might want to know. So please answer honestly. So the first question is, so during your MBA, I'm curious how you spend your days from morning till night.
So INSEAD is a one-year program, so academically during the first semester, the classes are very tight. So I have morning classes, so I wake up at around 8
a.m. Alright.
And then get ready to go to class from 9 a.m.
Okay.
And from 9 a.m. to about 11 a.m. I have morning classes. And then there's lunch. I usually ate on campus or nearby campus, and then rested in the library or the sleeping area if you're on campus. And then I think starting from about 1 p.m. there's PM classes, 2 or 3. So usually they end at around 5,
Okay.
but sometimes there are dinner classes as well.
Wow.
And when you have dinner classes, they ended at 7 p.m. And after that, I usually go home, eat dinner, order Grab,
Introvert life.
watch Netflix and sleep. Or I go to dinner with friends, have dinner, go to a bar, and then come back home about 11.
What about the team project or the assignments?
Yeah, I think for MBA, they're mostly team collaborations within every class. And whether it's during classroom sessions, you divide and go into separate conference rooms to prepare presentations or essay. But it's also as a homework, right, as an assignment. So there are teams where you're allocated in for each semester, and you work with that group for team assignments, homework, and presentations.
Actually, I'm curious about what made you decide to pursue an MBA even though you were already working in consulting field, as a strategy consultant.
I think I had a few reasons. The first was I needed a rest. I wanted to chill out, have my work-life balance back in balance. And I think going to a school environment gave me that relaxation.
Right.
The second was career-wise, I wanted to shift industries from consulting to a tech industry.
Oh.
So the transition didn't feel easy to me, and I felt like I needed the guidance, network, and experience from an MBA to help me do that.
That's actually a good one. So I'm curious, what was your goal when you entering the MBA, and what are they now? Because did MBA kind of influence your career path in anyhow?
I think before going to an MBA, I only looked at big tech companies.
Such as Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google.
But after going in, I saw a lot of startups as well. Not only tech, but also different industries, agricultural, sustainability. And I think it really opened my perspective into the different options there are. However, I still pursued my first initial goal of going into a big tech company. But I'm more open, I guess, in terms of perspective before going.
Yeah, I guess maybe you might run into a lot of people from diverse industry and backgrounds, and they kind of opened or broadened your perspective too, right? So you are actually pursuing consistently this big tech company. So what do you see the most advantage of having this career in big tech company?
I think the first is you get to meet a lot of experts. So I don't come from a technical background, so meeting engineers, people with engineering backgrounds in leadership, and talking to these people very organically in your daily life, I think makes a big influence in what I plan or vision to be in the future. So in terms of career mentorship, I think that's very helpful to me in my current phase. And I think second is, since AI is such a big buzzword, like keyword these days, being so near to it and kind of seeing how the trend changes so closely I think it's an honor. It's very interesting to look at.
Yeah, so like human networking perspective and also technology related expertise, great. So for the human network, who was the closest person during your MBA and how did you become close?
During my MBA, I think I became close with like a few handful of friends. And I met them actually on the first day of MBA, so OT class, orientation.
입학식에서?
Yes. So there's an orientation class where you get champagne, you get finger food, and you kind of network.
Like a welcome party.
And then I sat next to or around these Taiwanese friends. They're called Alan, Lena.
Hi Alan, hi Lena.
And it was very just natural. I talked to them in the beginning of orientation, and I was in the same class as them. So I met them on a daily basis. We went to dinner together. Take classes together.
And then naturally you became close. Fine. Great. You want to send a video message to them?
Sure. Where should I look at?
Yes, that one.
Hi, Alan and Lena. I know you guys are in Taiwan and in Singapore, but I miss you guys. I hope we can see each other soon next year for Lena's wedding, and I'm very excited for you all and your new careers as well.
Congratulations, Lena! Congrats! Okay, so more about the details of the MBA life. Can you remember any course that you took during your MBA?
I think the fun courses I had was sustainability in business at INSEAD. So the sustainability course I took at INSEAD was one of the most memorable because there's a lot of BS when it comes to sustainability, I think, for a lot of companies. But the course was very, I guess, on the ground. It was very realistic. And the professor was, very effective in his lectures as well.
Were there about technical skills about the sustainability too?
Yeah, so there was a lot of finance and different funding projects available in terms of sustainability, which was interesting. I never really studied that back in undergraduate in business either, so that was an interesting aspect. Other than that, it's also a lot of legislations, right? A lot of rules, a lot of new policies, and it's still not an expert, but learning that was a good experience.
Yeah, great. Then what was the name of the course that was the most boring for you? Whose answer, honestly?
It's a personal opinion, right? But personally, accounting was not my favorite. I have different reasons for it because I come from a business background, so I already studied it. I already studied the basic 101 of accounting, so for me it was repetition. And number two, it was very heavy. The classes were very loaded with a lot of content, so it was kind of difficult. So that made it kind of boring as well.
Yeah, I guess accounting and finances are actually for those who have never learned business back in undergrads or any other experiences. So for you, consulting basis and business background, accounting and finances, they are kind of repeatedly learned. Okay, so can you pick one moment during the MBA that you want to go back to? Why? Are there so many?
There's so many because, to be honest, that 1 year at MBA was really the best year of my adult life. It was just so everything I wanted. It was new friends, traveling, learning self-development, good greenery, good air. So to pick one, I think it would be going to US exchange.
To work.
Because it was at the end of my MBA journey, so I think it was very relaxing in that way. So I had all my difficult academics done.
And you already offered the job? Oh, so you already got the final offer and then you went to an exchange to Wharton.
Yes, I finished all the interview process in 1 month.
That sounds idealistic.
I think so too. I was very fortunate.
I don't think you're just fortunate because you work your ass off and you always prepare your future. Seriously.
I mean, I don't work my ass off. I'm very lazy, but I am very worrisome. So I do plan ahead.
So how 얼마나 장기 플랜을 세우세요? 항상 모든 걸 준비하세요.
I think during my MBA was at least 6 months ahead. At least in terms of job hunting, because I was very worried about not having a job afterwards because I exited consulting before going to an MBA, right? I didn't have a sponsorship, so.
Yeah, let's talk about your summer internship. You had your summer internship at TikTok.
Yes.
So how was the journey at TikTok?
It was very exciting because it was my first job after my first 6 years in consulting, right? So I was very excited. How are the people gonna be? How is the work-life balance gonna be? And the office is going to be different too, right? So, but I got COVID on the first week of my internship.
Sorry.
So I couldn't go to the office for the first 2 weeks. But after that, I went into the office of TikTok and it's very vibrant. They're very fast-paced and the people are just so smart there.
Compare the life of the consulting in Korea and the TikTok. Fast-paced, vibrant. How do you rate them? From 0 to 10? So consulting in Korea. 얼마나 빡세?
I think it depends on different projects, but on average, I would say 8.5.
8.5. Yeah, I agree. And then the summer intern in the TikTok. 얼마나 빡셌어?
It's so different to calibrate because there's just so much more autonomy given to you. You are in part of a project like consulting, but it's much more self-paced. Nobody's really breathing down your neck looking at what you've done every day. So I would say, but still they're very hardworking.
Yeah, of course.
So I would say maybe, for me as an intern, it was about a 6.5.
6.5. Oh.
Very reasonable, very
nice.
Reasonable.
Yeah, for the summer internship, very reasonable. Okay, so do you have any tips who are also seeking for a summer internship during their MBA?
I think first is always keep an alert on what kind of opportunities there are, whether that's looking at job posts on a weekly or a daily basis, or talking to a lot of alumni or students who have background in the industry that you want. I think that helps in what kind of opportunities you want in the future. But also it actually directly opens up opportunities for you. Thinking ahead and talking to a lot of people.
Yeah, of course. That's going to be very important. So then let's move on to the next job after your MBA. So where are you currently working at?
Right now I'm working at Microsoft's Korea office as an account technology strategist.
Yeah, so you get into the Microsoft by the MBA hiring process.
Yes, so there is an opening for MBA graduates called Aspire. Advantages of going to that program differs across different countries. Yes, for Korea, it gives you 1 year free pass. So for 1 year, you don't get a sales target or a quota, which gives you a lot of space to learn.
Helping you to soft land to the company and get used to the working process. I see. So, 얼마나 만족하세요?
개만족하고 정말 아직까지는 2년이 아직 채 안 되긴 했는데 너무 만족하고 있어요. 사람들도 워라벨도 배움도.
Yeah, I can feel that. Kind of like I've known you for a really long time, right? Your vibe is kind of like changed. It's totally different. Yeah, it's totally different. I'm not sure if I'm in a position to say this or no, but you are both ambitious and chill now. Yeah, 막 쫓기는 그런 게 없어 보여. 너무 편해 보여.
I'm definitely less stressed. There's less human stress I get, like a lot of social stress I used to get. I don't get anymore. Partly because at Microsoft you get to work from home. There's much more freedom in where you work.
And flexibility.
And I think that plays a big part personally. And my life satisfaction, my happiness level is very high thanks to that.
Ah, great. Final question. What do you think is the most significant thing that you gained from your MBA experience?
Such a big question. I think the most important is the habit of reflecting. So in MBA, I think the most surprising thing I learned was there's so many reflection.
On yourself?
Yes, self-inspection as well. There's group sessions, there's one-on-one session with coaches to really analyze what you like, what you dislike, what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you need improvement on. And I think actively reflecting on yourself is a really big lesson I've learned from MBA.
Oh, so it helps you to find yourself.
It kind of helps you improve. Like if you make a mistake and just move on, it's different from really reflecting on why you made that mistake, how you can make it better.
I see. Alright, do you have any like final career goal?
No.
No,
The short answer is no.
No, you're so contented with your life.
I'm content, I'm still learning, and I think I'm still on the journey of finding out. So I'm taking step by step.
Can I suggest one?
Sure.
Yeah, you wanna start my YouTube?
I'll be happy to take over this channel.
유튜브에서 네일을 잘하거든요. 네일 방송 좀 해줘.
내일 방송 너무 좋지. ASMR.
네일 방송 ASMR 준비해보겠습니다. If any subscribers want to reach out to you or have a coffee chat with you and have a mentorship, how can people find you? Or via LinkedIn or?
Yeah, I think LinkedIn would be best. You can type in EUN space HUR and I think you will have no difficulty finding me.
Alright, great. Thank you for making time and thank you for being here with me. Guys, it was Eunha, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to her. We are always here for you. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.